Alright, so let's check out this bracket. We get an Earthly next. Ooh, an Earthly next. Is on Rakano plate? Oh no. Oh no. Oh god, everything's terrible. Oh. God, no. Unearthly's a bad person. You're a bad person. Ugh. What could be replacements? To Maiden and Gale? It's because aggro's boring. Of course nobody respects aggro. I have 0 lightning storms. I mean, this isn't me not respecting aggro. I'm packing like a bajillion deadly units in my deck. Their deck's just annoying. I'm not saying we're huge underdogs. It's just an annoying matchup. It's just an annoying matchup. Like, sometimes they just might not have an answer to, like, Maiden or something, and we have all the answers to their flyers. Like, this dude can do work. They're on 3 Vanquish. Post-war, I'm just going to bring in all my Sabos and Treacheries and just pray. Just pray. This is getting Shadow, right? So we're on triple Shadow in time for a champion. It doesn't die to Torch. Wait. He has no torches. Dang. That's a meta call. 0 torch. That's one hell of a meta call. What would I rather have live? What would I rather have live? That's the question of the day. The rule, as always, is kill Rakano's dudes, right? That's like the rule. Although Champion of Glory is the dude we care least about. And we actually have an answer to Silverwing Familiar, so I'd prefer to keep it that way. This card's more important in the matchup, so we'll play the champ first. Yeah, no 1-drops. They're more mid-range, but they're playing Soulfire Drake instead of Obliterate, which is an intriguing choice. All right, they go in on him. All right, let's race. Let's race. I could leave that back to Chump, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. Why can't I race? I have like a billion Chump blockers. They have no way. They have to give this a plate for it to get overwhelmed, right? Okay, so they have this for that. They hit us for 6. Again. I'll get him to blink one of these times. This really sucks that we can't cast this. Let's see, +5/+5 is 11. So they probably have a plate. They probably have a plate. Seems reasonable to think that. Let's think about if we draw Champion of Cunning, do we win? We torch that. They have a block. Hammer of Might? That's fine. 9. Doesn't have trample. Count it. Do we torch now? I don't think so. Alright, well, they don't have plate yet, so they're just looking to draw it. They don't have feathers in their deck. So we have, like, you know, chumps for days. They got a big Warcry off. Which, if it hits an Aegis Flyer, we can't kill. Alright, they found their plate. Wait, they had plate last turn? Were they... Were we... Oh, we were representing Deathstrike, weren't we? We were representing Deathstrike. I forgot we were. That makes sense. Yeah, okay. Maybe next time I am supposed to torch that. They only have 2 plates. I don't know. I think it's correct to hold on to torch there. They have to draw one of their 2 plates in a 75. The odds of that happening are so small. It's so small. I will take those odds all day. Literally, they're only out there. If they don't draw one of those 2 plates, they lose that game. I think it's super reasonable to take that approach. I would not... yeah, I'm not going to change my decision there to not torch it. I'm not going to change the decision. I stand by it. Sometimes they grab it. Sometimes they get their 2 and 75 out. Let's see here. Black Sky Harbinger, I think, is actually going to go in our deck here. The pings are useful. It's an extra flyer. We're going to play more of... We've been playing aggro basically all day. Yeah, so he had no reason to plate yet. That's true, Z-Master. That's true. But still, he had to draw one of his 2 things at some point that game. Like, when we torched, or chose not to torch all those many turns ago, it was literally turn 2. And we had to decide, do we want to use a torch on this thing that we can block on the ground, or do we save it in case they play a flyer, which we literally had no answer to other than a Howling Gale that we don't want to block with. Sabotages or Permafrost seem kind of bad. They seem kind of bad. They can be silenced. They can be plated off. They can't go on Champions of Glory. It's not great. The backlashes are terrible. We want all the Sabos. We want all the Torches. We want all the Treacheries. We want all the Favors. We want all of the 3-drops. We want all the Death Strikes. We want all the Maidens. We want all the Stewards. We want all these. Obliterate's not might be castable. Scouting Party might not be what we're trying to do here. It was cute there, but it's probably not high impact enough. Like, we're more concerned about the flyers. So yeah, let's cut the permas. Still need to make a lot of cuts. The Obliterates aren't really going to be able to kill their units a lot of the time, like the ones we want to kill. Let's just play 2 Harbingers. I think we need the champions to steal games randomly. Felon Bloodcaster can kind of block. Oh, wow, they're playing Artisans? That's sick. What's their sideboard like? Finest Hour, Protect, Ruin, Torch, Vanquish, Obliterate. So they're just bringing in a Vanquish and a Protect. You need all the Sabos. Maybe 4 Treacheries Extreme. But it's like the cleanest answer we have to Familiars and Enforcers. I think we play them. It could be really awkward if we're on the draw, though, and they're in our hand. We have to cut 2 things. What about the Stewards? They're good at blocking until they're not. The Maidens are just kind of better. Yeah, I think we can only afford to have so many clunky high-end cards. And I think Bloodcaster is, just because it's cheaper, justifies itself over the Stewards. I could see arguments for that being wrong. This could possibly be not incorrect, but man, look at all these 4s. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right, see if we can get the 2-0 here. Post board. I feel our deck is advantaged in almost every matchup post board, and especially this one. I mean, what can Rakano, their linear strategy, what can they do post board to really change what they're doing? No Sabos. 3-drops, but 2 of them are uncastable, and the other one's just a 3/3. No go. No go. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I can dig this. I can dig it. I have some decisions to make, but it's really nice that we're on the play here. That means we don't have to treachery next turn. We do not have to treachery here. So, let's see here. Shadow, Shadow. Is Shadow or Primal more important here? Let's get the second Primal now, just so we have it. And I will leave up Torch here instead of using Seek Power, because I'm not even sure what I'm seeking for. And we can Varus favor that. But I kind of want a Treachery here before they play the Familiar. And again, we'll leave up Torch. If they play the Valkyrie, we'll Torch it. If they put Gilded Glaive on that, we'll live with it. We'll deal with it. Yeah, cool. Okay, so now we just need to out-top deck them. Which, in theory, is doable. In theory, it's doable. If we draw power, we'll eventually get to activate our casters. If we don't, we don't. Okay, 2 Artisans is strong. And an Outlaw. We'll make them equip up this and not that, that's for sure. Just rip up their plans. Double Vanquish. Alright, so they haven't drawn any weapons yet. And all their weapons are double buffed. That's spooky stuff. That's spooky stuff. Alright, so they still have 1 more Vanquish. We'll swing. It would have been nice to have some more aggressive things going on, but this is the role we want to play. We're control. We're in control. Gale, Banner, shit. I really wanted to get a double buffed weapon of some sort. Really wanted to get a double buff weapon of some sort. Why didn't I don't know. I don't want to offer this for trade either way, essentially. Like, if he attacks, I'm not blocking. I don't think they brought in torches. That'd be pretty surprising. If we got him 1 closer to Deep Forge Plate, that... damn it. Well, they might have just hit 5. Oh, well. Death Strike? No. Ugh. Ah! We did everything we needed to do. Everything. And both of these just draws nothing but power. Ugh. Even if I don't block, we can't get lethal next turn. Oh well, we did everything we needed to, and we just got unlucky. It happens. We're dead, right? We don't even have, like... Well, we have 14 toughness. If we got a Deep Forge Plate instead of them, we win. We just straight up win. We didn't, so we lose. I mean, they would vanquish that thing, but still. It's a Deep Forge Plate they are not getting. There's 2 of them in the deck! Oh well. What can you do? We did everything correct. Sometimes you just lose because they draw their best card. That was just super unfortunate. Super unfortunate. That game went exactly how we wanted it to until right at the end. Ugh, man. 2 Feldstranger activations got us nothing. We got 4 power off them. We got 4 power off them. Oh well. It happens. We were lucky the entire tournament, and sometimes you get unlucky towards the end.